Hello, everyone. Sam here from not MyFirst. It's creativetrading.system.com. I keep forgetting the new name of my website. But anyway, this is it's creativetradingsystems.com. Okay. All right. So I'm making this video about an email and a chart that I got from one of my new subscriber. So I was trying to explain it. So I said, okay, let me just make a video so I can explain it more clearly, and it might benefit everybody else. I'm going to send this video to everybody else and make it public as well. So let's get started. The chart I got is this. Now, what he was asking is that how come I ignore these long entries? And then this is the one that I got, which is not even, this thing is not all the way up. And he thinks that it's not a perfect entry. All right. So the third one was also, this is a long one here, right? So 1, 2, 3, I ignored all of that. And then I took this one. So first of all, don't think that if you find an entry before and after my trade that I show, for example, if you say that I ignored this one as well, yes, I did, because I'm already in the trade, right? And maybe I have taken this one, right? And then my SL hit and I got short again. So I didn't ignore it. I probably have traded it, even though on this case, yes, I did ignore all three, and I'll explain you how and why. Okay, you see this number here, 8726. Look at the date. Now, when I call this Magic IB system, so it is not like something like a scalping system where you can just see these 4 or 5 lines and then you start selling and buying below and above these lines. No, it's a system. It starts from the weekly chart. We see the weekly chart. Remember, I do webinar. I have webinar in an hour from now. I do webinar on Sunday and Wednesday, 4 p.m. where now, for example, today is Sunday, so I'm going to do the webinar and explain and give my subscriber all the chart, like weekly charts set up. Maybe there's a 4-hour harmonic patterns, Elliott wave, whatever, blah blah blah. So, and I'm going to show those charts and explain what to expect from which pair, what is really happening in the world, what are the fundies, and where the heck we are going. So after explaining all of that, and then if we find our entries in that direction, then we pull the trigger. Now, in this one, look at this date. We're going to go and see what really happened in this date, right? May 20th May 2020. So I have it open here. So this is the pound Aussie chart. By the way, this is pound Aussie 20-minute entry and the trade that he's questioning, right? So this is the date, 20th May 2020, and this is where it is. See this candle here, and you can see the date in the bottom. It says this week started on the May 17th, 2020. Now this candle here is clearly, you can see that it started above this number, 8726, and went below this number. And look at the trend here. It is dropping like crazy, right? Just like what's happening now. After the war, we are dropping like crazy here, right? Now, when, this is, very logical and common sense that if something is dropping like that, first of all, you don't want to go wrong against the trend, such a strong trend. Price is dropping. This is what we call it, like falling knife. Try to catch and you're going to get cut, right? So we're not supposed to do that. So we wait until we get the retracement time to time. When people short, then they are in profit, and to a support or the day is closing or the week is closing, they close their trade with profit. As soon as they close the profit, the big guys, the big boys I'm talking about, big millions of dollars of trades, the price pulls back, right? Price goes up a little bit, and then you get another opportunity to go short. So you have to judge like these numbers 88.81, 88.62, 87.26, 85.04. These are big numbers, right? 86.38, 85.26. So on a weekly chart and then a 40-minute chart, we watch it that if we are going below or above any number, where the trend is. So in this case, the trend was drastically to the downside. Strong, very, very strong trend, just like now we have, right? For several weeks in a row now. Since the war started, we are dropping. Why? The reason is the Aussie dollar is the commodity dollar, right? It has something to do with gold. And New Zealand dollar is all dairy products and all of that. Canadian dollar is connected to oil. Now, because of the war, we are having shortages of all these three things, and now we're going to have a demand, increase in demand, and subsequent increase in the prices, right? So these currencies going to get strong, and they will be getting strong for a long time because war is damaging a lot faster than a day only. Like, a 1 day war taking the world almost like 1 month behind, right? Tensions are rising and all of that. So for a long time, these commodity currencies will be getting strong. So this was exactly what happened then, and in this time, right? So it was dropping. I don't know what was the event, right? But that's the same thing was happening. And then Aussie dollar was getting really strong, or pound was really getting weaker. So one of the, right? But the trend was for this pound Aussie was very, very strongly to the downside. In that kind of trend, you never think about going long. Now, what happens that we drop? Either we're gonna bounce from an area or break it and then come back and test. That's the common practice in this market. Price always does that. Okay, either it's gonna hit this, like for example, the price dropping, hit 88.62 and bounce, go back to 88.81, then drop and break, or it will break 88.62, go back to 87.26, bounce and go back to 88.62, and then drop again. So what it did here was that it broke below 87.26 and went back testing it, and failed the test, means that it couldn't go above it and then start dropping. And that's where my entry was. I would never go long in such, all of these weeks, this pair was dropping like crazy. Similarly here today, yesterday, the last week, the week before that, all you got to do is that go short whenever you find the opportunity. Last webinar, I explained that we're going to go up to 81.37. Probably we're going to get a stop here, 81.26 or 81.37, and then we're going to drop. So what really happened here, look, 81.37 right there. Look what happened. Now, if you expect me to go long here, here, or here, no, I will never do that. And this is how I teach, that this is not the time and the place to go long. We are powerfully going to the downside. So every time the price goes up, let it go and wait until it makes the turn again, because trend is very, very strongly to the downside. See, it dropped so much here, and I had so many trades to the downside. Then it went up. And I had the long, because if you understand the game, you will understand everything, the support resistance. So from here, the week ended, and I says, well, the next week, Aussie dollar is going to retrace, and which is going to get weaker a little bit, and this thing will retrace. It did. So I had a couple of long here, small, and this one, but I know the game, so I'm being very, very careful, right? And once we get there, get out before even getting there. 81.37 was a strong level, easily, could have sent us to the downside, and that's exactly what happened. So we went down here, and then I took these entries here, and I posted the trades. I had this short, I had one of these short, right? Now, if I show you that this is the short, and you ask me that why didn't I take this one? Maybe I was sleeping. Maybe I was out, right? Maybe my alarm didn't beep. So many things, right? And other than that, maybe I took this one and the price went down a little bit, and I come and sit on a break even, the price went up and take me out. So what happened? Nothing. It's like I never had a trade. So I make short here again. Same thing happened again, but here or here, my SL never hit. And finally, I got an entry, which went down all the way. So that so many times happens, and I don't have time to, show that, okay, this is what I did here, and then my SL hit, and I made nothing, and I lost nothing. Why would I show that? I'm here to teach you what is happening. So that's why I said, what is happening means the positive side. So always when you are in the direction of your analysis and the price is moving, take every single entry, but not necessarily every entry is going to work out, because you might have an entry and then it will go up. For example, here, I think I had it and I came down here. I'm giving an example. I forgot that if I had this one all the way, or this one, or this one, I remember. So what happened really, that initially first SL is 25 pip. So when it's dropping, I move my SL a little bit to 20, then 15, then 10, right? So let's say if I'm right around here, when the price was here, I moved it to like 10 pip risk. And then this goes up and boom, hit me for 10 pip loss, right? Or if I open a trade here and I had to go out, my SL is still here. So it went down, it went up, and it started coming down. And when I come back, the trade is here. My SL never hit. And then I move my SL to break even. So many scenarios, right? I'm not stick to the charts all the time. I have family, it's a lot of things. Everybody has. So you have to, sometimes open the trade, you go do something else. Even if I open a trade, I might have to go to the bathroom. And then when I come back, all this happened, and then price is dropping. So I never move my SL, never hit. That's fine, right? Or sometimes it hit for 25 pip, hardly my SL hardly hit the 25 pip, the whole thing. You can see it. If you take this, maybe like sometimes 10 pips, sometimes 15 pip, right? Sometimes 5, sometimes break even. So that's what happened. So saying that, I didn't, I'm showing this, so why didn't I take this one or this one or this one? Maybe I have, maybe I had, right? And and I closed the trade, but I'm not showing you. I'm just showing you that what happened today. I took this entry and I went down. That's what it counts, right? So knowing this one here, obviously you see this 86.27. I just showed you on a weekly chart, on a 4-hour chart. This is 86.27. Look how powerfully we were dropping, right? So what really happened here? This is a 4-hour chart. So we broke below it, and then 4 hours, then 4 hours, it's 8, 12, 16, 20. For 20 hours, 24 hours, actually, we were just messing around below this level and never went up, and then start to come down. That's where I went short. I was waiting for that. I would never go long, even if I have the entry, and you will always have entry on the other side, to be honest with you. Okay, 4-hour retracement always gives, for example, 4-hour retracement on the long side. For example, the trend is down, but it is retracing on a 4-hour chart. Then you have a long trend on 20-minute chart. That doesn't mean that you start taking long entries. The trend is down, so we wait. We wait, and then let the 40-minute chart, for example, here. See this? Not even this one. For example, here, this is a 40-minute chart. So when you're retracing this one here and going here, what will really happen is that the 20-minute will become bullish, and you will, when it's coming down, first, you're going to see the first entry probably will be a 20-minute long. But when you look at the 40-minute, this is the story. So how can you take that long? You understand? You wait until it drops, and then on the 20-minute, and then start taking the 20 minutes. Just like what happened last week, I said that the CAD index is gonna get strong. Let me just show you that. The heck. Look. Yeah, there. CAD index chart, right? So here the CAD index, right? So index is a 40-minute setup. So I said, if it goes up, then I will have this down and CJ up. Now, if I have long entries in these, I would not touch it because I know that this thing is going up. How can this happen? Those entries are to bypass. Okay. We have to be on this side. And CJ, and I had, except this pound CAD, it went down so fast, it never gave me an entry. I should have taken a 7-minute entry, but I didn't. I wasn't watching the chart, but I got the 7-minute entry from EC, 20-minute entry, down, short entry on UC, and let me show it to you. It was all planned. CJ, here, this one and this one, both. I hit that, and UC pound USD CAD supposed to go down. It went down also, but just like pound CAD, big drop, right? I never had a short here. I never try to get in until I, it went up, and then I get my setup, then I got short here, and still got 75. And EC from the 7-minute chart. Where the heck is that? It's not here. EA, EN, Euro CAD. Oh, here. You see that? So when the CAD index start getting strong, obviously Euro CAD is on the right-hand side, so it's going to drop. So I said, let me just see what the 7-minute chart, and then I found it, and boom, says, okay, let me just take that, because from 7-minute, you should take, from the 40-minute setup, you take the first entry from 7-minute and then 20-minute, right? Now, newcomers, when then somebody new sign up, I say that, okay, forget about the 7-minute and only pay attention to 20-minute. Once you master that 20-minute, then you get in and start doing the 7-minute mumbo jumbo. 7-minute is a little bit faster and requires a very, very hard focus and attention, right? And if you are not focusing, then the problem is going to be there. And it's not scalping, but you have to treat it like scalp, because 40-minute setup, as soon as it start moving, or you have a reversal candle, 7-minute turns around. Either if it were bullish, it would become bearish. If it was bearish, it would become bullish, and then you have entries from there, or several entries, always. Now let's go and take a look at the pound CAD. If we got entries last week, 7-minute chart, which I didn't trade, but I'm showing you that we had several entries. Definitely, I'm telling you, definitely. I didn't see it, but I'm gonna watch just like you watching. Okay, so let me just see. So this game it's not only these lines. You have to be come on, man. Where the the market is not open, man. Stupid me. All right, so pound CAD the last week. Oh man. Okay. I don't know. It was no, it was even before that. This was a drop. So you see, I had the entry here and here. This was the good one, right? And after that, it went down big time. So it was going down so fast that I didn't get my 20-minute. Other than that, you see, I got 7-minute, 20-minute, EC 7-minute, and CJ long 20-minute, right? So it's all planned, but you have to pay attention to my webinar. If you don't attend the webinar for some reason, the time difference, you're sleeping, you're working, right? But always watch the recording. I send out the recording within 2 hours, converting the files and then upload them and all that. Mumbo jumbo requires a little bit of time. So within 2 hours, you get it. And then if you watch, you will see that, which pair to follow in which direction. All right. So this is how it is. Now, I just wanted to show you something. I was doing a one-on-one with someone, and then I saw it, and it's something very good. Remember that I always do the harmonic patterns, right? So 40-minute chart harmonic patterns, making girdle, butterfly, those patterns. The butterfly calculation is 61, sorry, 71, 78%, then 23% line, and then 127. Watch this chart here on a monthly chart. I made this long time ago, years ago. See the pull from here to here. First pullback was 78 and 23% line, exactly, right? Just make the turn. But I was wondering all the time that, how the heck we're gonna go all the way down here. We need to have something very, very strong and big, right, for that purpose. And now we have a reason, and it's going down now. So it went down, it went up, 91.78. It was before the war. I did the webinars and I said, well, this thing is going to hold and we're probably going to drop. So make sure that we take out this TL. You see this TL? We are at the TL. We may get a bounce on a 40-minute chart. We may bounce a little bit. You see this? TL is going somewhere here, right? So be careful. If we bounce a little bit, you know what happened. And we're going to go back up here and make a short setup and then drop. And if we break that TL, that's it. We're going to the downside, big time. So you're talking about big. If I'm right, if this pattern is going to happen, we are right now at 177, and this point is around 122. So imagine. All right. So it's a lot of pairs doing this. Euro Aussie also in trouble, right? So Aussie getting very strong. Some of those newsy pairs are doing the same thing. So, we're going to discuss that in the webinar. But I just wanted to, explain this chart here that, yes, once you are in a very, very strongly downtrend and then going back and testing a level, you never go long. Don't even think about going long, because it's going to make the turn. And because the trend is strongly to the downside, to look for short and to try to get the first short. That's why I was in a hurry. This was much better than this. But when I know that we broke below again and then going up, fail, and then we start dropping right here after several red candle, I says, okay, that's what it is. And then timing also, the volume time. And this is where I open the trade. And, as soon as it goes down a little bit, and then if you miss this entry, this is the by the book entry, you can easily get in there. So this is how you get it. Don't try to go long in these areas where the trend is down and you are at a very strong level and staying below. How can we go long? We can never go long there. All right. So hope you understand it. And other things, I'll send you an email. Explain then, if this is a setup and these lines do have a reason to be there. So don't take them off. But if you want, what can I say? But the system is the system. So we need to stick to the system. All right. So I'm going to make this video public and send out to my subscriber as well, because this is how you're supposed to be handling the trades. Don't go against a strong trend. Stay with the trend. Stay with the trend, and retracement, let it happen. Sometimes I don't have any entry for 2 days. Why? Because if a market has gone down, so for example, let's say, right, and now it's in the retracement mode, and I don't want to get involved with that. So I just wait and wait and wait until maybe a day or two it goes up, and then boom, from there start going to the downside, and then I'll get in again. Okay, so this is how it works. Hope you understand. And even if still you have any questions or anything, just let me know. But watch my videos, go and watch the recordings, previous webinars, and you will understand and you'll learn a lot. All right. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful trading week starting now.